Hello. Sorry, I'm eating Smarties. I still have Halloween candy left over. Okay. So we're on. So we're on chapter 16. Let's get started. I wake up after a rough night's sleep with a renewed determination falling apart. But at least I still have fight in me. Theo has me too. Hazel and Lucy are done. Kevin and Para aren't proactive, but at least they're trying to be positive. At one during the night, I got so frustrated I almost woke them all up to yell. I'm glad I kept myself in check though, because that was yours, I agree. That she's going to die in here. I certainly wouldn't be able to. So damn money. I'm reading. Hold on. The life is reconnecting. Share these with your brother. Love you. My best friend, and she's usually so tough. No one breaks Hazel, or they didn't used to. Piper, Theo whispers as I get to the door. I turn my head. Yeah, I'm getting up too. He slips out of the corner. He's middle child. Wait. Okay. Okay, baby. Go watch TV, all right? Yeah. Apparently Colton wants his own show. All right, babies. All right, I was nice enough to give you TV with your nap. Will you go take a nap? Did you share them? Did you share them? Hold on, let me get them a piece of candy. Excuse my shirt. It's got a bad word on it. Okay. Where was I? I need coffee. A really big hit of caffeine. When someone is moping around and scowling, I find it super hard to be near them. Even when my sister died and my world fell apart, I still strive to get out of bed and live my life. This place is too small to step on eggshells because someone is in a bad mood. I stop in my tracks on the way to the little kitchen area. The door to the hallway to hell is open. We didn't leave it open last night, and as far as I know, no one was up in the night. Has it been unlocked since the lights went out yesterday? No, it couldn't have been. Even if the door was unlocked, it couldn't have opened by itself. I stepped closer, my heart rate quickening. Did Caleb, Owen, and Matt come in here? Do they do that? The thought of them watching me all the time is bad enough, but knowing that they could have been in here so physically close makes my stomach churn. Theo, I call. What's up? He asks. I hear him step closer. Did you leave the door open when you came back in? Did you hear it lock? What the? No, it was definitely closed and locked. He shuffles closer to me, his arm touching mine as he looks around the room. They must have come in during the night. Why would they have come in here? Everything we need, food, toiletries, and all that stuff gets left in the hallway to hell, he mutters. Okay, I really hope they can't hear me because he just mentioned our name for that hallway loudly. And why leave the door open? They wanted us to know they were here. Why? I ask questions, but I don't expect him to have the answers. We can speculate, but the only people who truly know are the crazy trio. Theo shakes his head. The mind games are evolving. The rooms aren't enough for them anymore, I whisper. They're not content to just watch and send us to be tortured. They want more interaction. They want even more control and to have us constantly on edge. He draws in a deep breath through his nose and puts his hand on the small of my back. It's okay. We can still do this, Piper. I nod numbly. It's one thing to be sent to those rooms. I know what's going on there, but to never be sure what could happen while I'm asleep, how will I get any rest at all? At the moment, I'm barely getting 4 hours of sleep at night. My parents would be shocked to know that I rise with the sun, not that I see the sun much through the one tiny frosted glass window above us that is half covered in leaves and moss. Hey, he says, stepping in front of me and holding my upper arms in his strong hands. There. He looks over his shoulder at the open door. I don't know. What do you think is going on? Maybe it's just a food drop off, he says, but we both know it's not. We have to go, Theo. I'm not going to be scared of an open door. I pull back out of Theo's grip and walk towards the doorway. He follows like I knew he would, and the door on the other side is where we can get. He grabs my hand, stopping me from getting farther than 2 steps. You sound like you lost it, Piper. Yeah, well, that seems to be the theme around here. Maybe to survive this prison, you need to be a little off kilter. Eyebrows pulled together. I think you should have some coffee before you do anything. Clearly, you need the caffeine to get your brain going. I tilt my head to the side and folded my arms. Are you coming or not? Groaning, he looks at the ceiling and closes his eyes. That's a yes. Maybe if this goes wrong, it's your fault. Fine, but if this goes wrong, it's your fault. I shrug. It's not like it can get much worse. Theo walks ahead and extends his arm to his side, making sure I stay behind him. I appreciate the gesture, but I don't need protecting. Still, I'm not about to make a big deal about it right now. We have more pressing issues. We enter the closed room, and my nerve steps closer to the next door. Yep, I reply. Do you want to go back? I'll do this alone, he offers, slipping his hand out of mine. I grip tight. I'm going. Thought you'd say that, so stubborn. We walk through the closed room in the place where we were told all about this little house of horrors. Black and white squares dance over the TV screen. They left that on, but it seems about as accidental as leaving the doors open. They're trying to ratchet up fear. It's working. My heart pounds, but I keep my face emotionless. They'll be watching this for sure. Theo and I move farther into the room and head for the next open door. We're almost back to the long corridor. What if the door to the man cave is open? That's the only thing stopping us now. The room has large windows. We have escape options there. It'll be so much easier to get out. Theo, I whisper as we approach the door. Should we have woken the others? Whatever they have planned here isn't going to be fun or easy. What if that's the test? What if they need to see if the first people awake, always you and me will go and leave the others behind? He stops near the threshold. This isn't our escape, Piper. I lower my voice again. They're obviously not letting us go, but that doesn't mean we can't try. His dark brown eyes look conflicted. He wants to share my optimism, but he doesn't believe it could be that easy. I don't think it'll be this easy. Either way, I walk along the corridor. The door is open at the end. The door at the end is open. Rooms 0 to 5 are on the other side of us. My skin prickles with heat as I recall what I've endured in room 2. I breathe heavier, trying to inflate my lungs to stop my body from curling up when faced with memories. I hate this corridor. It holds nothing but pain and despair. Piper, look, Theo says. I whip my head around just in time to see him run past. My feet move faster, rushing to him as he runs through the door into the game room. The front door is open. He shouts back, Theo, wait, I call. Pushing myself as fast as him, straight for the fresh air. This is too easy. The soles of my feet thud against the hardwood floor as I dash past the pool table and arcade games. Theo doesn't wait even for a second. He launches himself through the open door and he's out. I hesitate, slowing for a second, but then I'm outside. The thick, dry air is unforgiving, clawing at my throat with every breath. We're out, he says, his dark eyes wide. I can't believe it. We need to get the others. I look around. Where are those guys? Why have they let us go? This isn't the end, Theo. The front door slings behind us. Theo and I jump and turn his arm as we watch Owen smiling from behind the glass window in the door. No, I whisper. The others are still trapped in there. Owen's grin widens and his mouth thicker, and the trees will hide us. They've let us go. Why have they let us go? They haven't. Of course they haven't. The realization slams me in the face. It's a trap, I say, digging as I plant my feet. Owen is the only one of them I saw. He told us to run, but he wouldn't let us get away. Somewhere, Caleb and Matt are waiting. Theo's black eyes knit together in the middle. Who cares? We need to try. He yanks his arm from my grip. We can't do this, and we can't leave the others in there. What choice do we have, Piper? I turn my head and my body following suit as I do a 180 to check the surroundings. Trees line the yard. The building nestled nicely in the middle. Matt and Caleb are somewhere in those woods waiting. This is just one more part of their game. There is some square on the metal siding of the building. A window? It's too far away to see properly, but it could be a window. Where is it? Looks like it's down at the end of the building, but we certainly don't have any accessible windows. We have to get back in, I tell him. The door is locked, so through the window maybe. They won't expect that, but we don't know where it leads or if it even opens. He grips my upper arms, his chocolate eyes pleading with me to listen to him. If we get away, we can help the others. The world whizzes past as I spin. We're not going to get away. Can't you see that? We'll split up. Worst idea ever. It's still one-on-one. They want to hunt us, Theo. You know they will kill us before we get to the road. He still has hold of me, but I manage to swing my arms around his and place them on his strong shoulders. He's a lot taller than me, but than most people are. I want to run too, believe me, I do. But we have to be smarter than them. They want us to run, so we can't run. But we may never get a chance like this again, Piper, gripping my arms tighter. He bends his head so we're on the same level. Come with me. We can take them on together. We can do this. This isn't a chance to escape, I whisper, my eyes filling with tears at the impossibility here. They want us to run. They want to hunt. All we'd be doing by taking off now is giving them what they want. We'll be smart about it. You don't think they haven't considered all the options here. If we escape, they're going to prison. I blink away tears before they have the chance to fall. Theo, I say fiercely, we will die today if we run. We could die if they put us in room 0. Can't say he's wrong, but I don't want to invite death. Please, Theo. I want us to go back inside, but if you run, I have to as well. I let go of him. He blows out a long breath through his full lips. Piper, you're putting a lot on me right now. Just hands around my arms. He steps away, giving me some distance. Please come with me. You want to walk back inside that hell? I did use the word want, didn't I? That's not exactly correct. But what I want is to be home. But this isn't the way. We have to go back inside. He closes his eyes, his posture collapsing in defeat. Fine. Come on, let's understand what's happening, what they plan to do. He still wants the chance. He's only heading back to the hell because of me. My stomach turns tight as we round the building and head to the front door. I haven't seen any other doors yet, but we've only seen 3 of the 4 sides. Theo, I whisper, as movement in the woods catches my eye. Keep walking, Piper, he murmurs, nudging me toward the door. Suddenly, he's eager to get back inside. Caleb steps out from between 2 trees. He's about 10 yards away. Okay, well, tell him to move out the way. Say, please move. His head is tilted to the side, sleek style hair, not moving an inch under the gel. He lifts an arm and points a sword toward me, and Theo with a wide, toothy smile on his face. The blade reflects a small slice of sun peeking through the leaves above. He has a sword. We have to get back inside right now. We back up, moving slowly to the front of the builder's hand. Theo looks over his shoulder. It's open again, he mutters. Owen closed the door when we left. Where is he now, and why did he leave it open? Because this is what we're supposed to do. They want us to run, but to survive, we have to go back in. Go, Theo snaps, shoving me through the door. This is not how you die. We stumble into the game room. I thought this place was so cool when I first stepped into it. I was impressed with what they had done here. Imagined myself hanging out with Caleb more. My face heats with stupidity. How naive to believe he was genuine and actually liked me. I stop, and my breath catches in my throat. Owen is standing tall, holding open the door to the corridor of hell. In his other hand is a gun, and the barrel is pointing at my head. I gulp. His green eyes shine with amusement as he lowers the gun and tilts his chin in the direction of the door. We'll have to do that again and see if anyone else wants to play. Ignoring him, I step forward, pressing my side into Theo's as we walk past him. The gun follows us, and although my heart is racing, I try to stay calm. Shooting us right now isn't going to be a part of the game. How anticlimactic that 6th story. I never have to go into either of those. Theo places his palm on the small of my back. You're sticking out back in here. We had to. Somewhere out there, Matt is also waiting, and who knows what weapon he was carrying. The doors in the front of us click as we dash through the main room. Is Matt pulling the strings instead of waiting in the woods? Or did Owen matters how many are involved? 2 against 1 isn't good odds when that one is sporting a massive sword. Yes, baby. That one's yours. Yeah, because it's bigger. We enter the room again, and it's even for this hour. I turn to Theo, wringing my hands. Do you want a cup of tea? I ask. He freezes, side-eyeing me, clenching his jaw. Still mad then. Theo talks to me. There's nothing to say. I'll put the kettle on. I need something to do. He storms past me, narrowly missing, running into me completely. Angry. There are 4 rooms, 1 half room, and it's not like we can avoid each other until he gets over it. If he honestly believed we could have gotten away, he wouldn't have followed me back in here. But it's obviously all going to be my fault. We don't have access to broadcast TV, but we do have DVDs, so I stick Hocus Pocus. That is a good-ass movie, by the way. On and take a seat on the sofa. Theo slams the kettle down, slams his mug down, rips the silverware drawer open so hard it bangs. I wince at the fury in his actions. This isn't good. Hey, what the hell is going on? Kevin asks, rubbing his eyes as he stumbles from the bedroom like he's drunk. I think in reality, Theo has woken him, but he's still half asleep. Nothing, Theo grunts. Sorry, I'll make you some coffee. Kevin's light eyes linger on Theo for a second, his eyebrows pulled together. I don't think he believes Theo. Deciding not to push Theo, Kevin walks toward me and says, Hey, I say, doing a much better job of being cheerful than Theo. How did you sleep? He shrugs. Not too bad when I actually fell asleep. You're having trouble? His eyes widen like a deer caught in headlights. Kevin, I know you're the big, strong, sports-loving guy who works out, but that doesn't mean you can't be scared in here. This affects us all. He laughs humorlessly. Yeah, it does. I hate feeling powerless. What movie? Hocus Pocus. That is a good. We'll get our chance to escape one day. My bad. I completely read his chance to face them now. Without looking back, Kevin stands and heads out of the room. I watch him go and watch the door click lock behind him, and my heart trembles to the floor. Hazel walks in the room, her eyes fixed on Kevin. My heart leaps again as the familiar sound of cracking echoes through the room. Piper, Caleb says, a smile highlighted in his voice. Come to the waiting room. This is punishment for earlier because I didn't run like they wanted. But Theo isn't being summoned, and he was the one wanting to take her chances. Why would I be the only one? Not that I want Theo to, but it doesn't make sense that they would send us both. Guys, you're not supposed to play in the kitchen. You need to go back in the living room. None of this makes sense. Theo glances my way, his manner softened. He might be angry with me, but he doesn't want to go in there. Pipes, Hazel says as I stand. She shakes her head. It's fine, I reply. It was my idea to come back in here and not take a chance. Although I believe it was the right decision. I have to face the consequences. Hazel and Theo's eyes are on me as I walk to the door. Oh God, Piper, Hazel shouts. I spin around just as the door slams shut and locks. I'll teach them how to cook. My oldest, Colton, actually loves to cook. His favorite food is spaghetti, and he serves food. Carter, on the other hand, he doesn't eat meat. He doesn't eat anything healthy for him. Like, it's hard for me to get him to eat. He wants peanut and jelly all the time or either candy. And it says I'm reconnecting. I'm not too big on spaghetti though, but I do like sloppy joes. But right now in the crock pot, I have sausage, cut up, an onion, and some russet potatoes because I'm making sausage and potatoes for dinner. I just chopped it all up, threw it in there with a cup of water, and let it cook for 6 hours. Buffing. Yeah, I know I'm buffing. It's really good. You guys should try it if you have the crock. I thought about recording it earlier, but I didn't. So next time I make it, I will. And tomorrow I'm going to make some chicken and dumplings. So I'll definitely record that one and show you guys how I make that. This wasn't supposed to happen. I can't fight someone to the death, and I certainly can't fight Kevin. He's big and strong. The door at the end of the waiting room clicks. It's now unlocked, and I have to move. Chapter 18. Colton Carter, what did I say about the kitchen? Living room, please. They also have a listening problem. Colton, this is my 3rd time telling you to go into the living room. If I tell you a 4th time, guess what? You're going in the corner. Take your brother with you. Carter, the same rules apply to you. I'm going to have to whoop somebody. Oh, now that I threatened a spanking, you want to go in there. Stubborn. Which room? Chapter 18. I suck air into my lungs, but it's like trying to inflate a punctured tire. Are you going to take a nap in the kitchen for real? If I let you lay there, you better be quiet so I can finish reading. Go ahead. Where are they sending me? It can't be room 0. Not already. I stumble forward, my legs like lead. My palm hits the door first, and I push it open. Owen and Matt are cleaning this place. Doesn't seem to fit somehow, but they must do it. It's not like they can have a cleaner come in. I press on, ignoring the speakers and cameras on the ceiling as they watch me make my way to whatever torture they have planned. Opening the door to the hallway to hell, I lean against the wall and take a second to compose myself. Being good now, well, I'm not going to die in here. I'm not going to leave my parents with another child's funeral to plan. I could really use you with me right now, Penny, which is her sister. The reverse door is open. My ears to hopefully muffle the worst of it. I can do sound. It won't kill me. Underestimating. That's what I'm doing on a major scale. It's going to be awful. Opening my eyes, I walk to the room and gently push the door until it opens enough for me to slip inside. The room is the same size as the temperature room, but this one is framed with round speakers at the top and bottom of the walls. In the middle of the top pillow, in the shape of a square, it couldn't be a dog's bed or one of those outdoor beanbags inside of her. They haven't left that on the floor for my comfort, and I refuse to crawl like a dog. Spurred on, Caleb chuckling at that, but I don't care about his reaction. Arms are encouraging. They're going to do this with or without my cooperation. The door behind me clangs loudly, locking me inside the small white cell with all the speakers. This is it. I sit in the middle of the floor where the pillow used to be and cross my legs. My pulse drums and my palms sweat, but I feel is fear. I don't know why you're not listening today, but if I need to spank you, I will. Thank you. Okay, where was I? Cross my legs and pulse. And my pulse drums and my palms sweat, but I keep my face straight, absolutely determined not to show any fear, which is super hard to do when all you do is feel fear. Closing my eyes, I place myself anywhere but here. I go back 7 years when my parents took me and Penny on our first vacation. It was to a crappy hotel on the coast because we couldn't afford to do much. We did get to spend days on the beach, go on rides at the fair, and eat ice cream for breakfast. We had the time of our lives. It was the only week in my childhood that I didn't feel as if I was missing out. It didn't bother me that other kids had yearly vacations because I had one too. We didn't manage to get away after that because the house needed repairs and Mom lost her job, needed to find another one, but I'll always have that week. My body leaps, heart stalling, as a piercing foghorn sound penetrates the room. I curl my back, pressing my head into my hands. The noise is gone as quickly as it started. Okay, take it one sound at a time. When I turn the page, I'm going to go pop my son because he's not listening. I raise my eyes and look up as if I will be able to see where the noise is coming. There is nothing in this room but me, a lot of speakers, and what is possibly a dog bed. What am I looking for? Dropping my hands from my ears, I place my palms on the floor. Whenever I can, I need to show them that I'm still fighting. I am stronger than they think. The next sound rattles through the room. It is so high-pitched, I fall to the floor and curl in a ball with my palms over my ears and my head tucked low. The sound slices through my eardrums, making me scream in red-hot pain. What did I say about playing in the kitchen? We do not play in the kitchen. Why are you not napping? I told you 4 times. I'm back. Eruptively, and I feel my head heaving, my body shakes, hands trembling in front of me like I'm freezing. I want to move, but I'm too afraid that they'll start it again. There is a ringing in my ears that adds to the throbbing pain, taking my breath away. How my eardrums burst. The pain is I can't lift my head or move my limbs, but there is no sound in here now, so I can't tell if I can hear or not. It's not long until I can answer and assume the fetal position. Again, a low-pitched, booming sound thunders through the speakers, boom, 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 over and over again, loud, low, and punishing, like having something constantly smashing into the side of your head. I cry out, my throat dry and raw with the rips of screams that I can't hear over the booms. They come thick and fast, so powerful that I feel them vibrating through my body to my bones. Squeezing my eyes closed and pressing my hands to my ear so tight, I feel my tendons pop. I scream to the oblivion. It stops and starts, the process turning over and over until I wish I had run when I had the chance. All of a sudden, silence rolls around me, almost as painful as a noise. The contrast between the two making my ears throb in agony. I wait and I wait. A minute later, I could have been seconds. I dare to open an eye. Is it over? The booming sounds went on for the longest time imaginable. A headache, feeling like a full-blown migraine now, prevents me from moving an inch. My body is paralyzed with pain. I don't know how long I've been lying on the floor curled into a ball, but it's been a while. Time means nothing in these rooms, but I bet I was in here at least an hour. My head lolls back and I look toward the door. Is it over yet? Groaning, I lift a heavy hand and run it over my face. My ears hurt so bad I feel the sting of tears. They've already made me wish I would have ran. They won't have my tears too. Get it together. Mom and Dad are out there waiting. Be strong for them. Don't make them have to grieve for another child. I look up the ceiling and blink until I have regained control. I am getting out of here. The door clicks. Oh God, it's over. Landing my palms on the floor, I push to my feet. The world seems to tilt to the side and I stumble. I slam into the door and grab hold of the metal to stop myself falling. I reach for the door handle, but the door doesn't open. What? I heard the lock. Even with the ringing in my ears, I heard that clearly. It's not a noise I would miss. Gripping the handle, I shove it harder. Come on, please open, please. The door clangs again, and I fly out of the room. I fall on my knees with a painful thud. I look back at the door. That was the second time I heard it unlock, but that's not quite right. The first one was the door locking. At some point during the torture, when I couldn't hear anything other than the boom or high-pitched screech, they unlocked the door. I could have gotten out earlier. I stumbled back to our room, to four pairs of eyes on me as soon as I stepped through the door. Piper, Hazel says, leaping up and grabbing me into a tight hug. And when I how damn loud she is, I was so worried. Shh, I'm okay, I replied in a monotone whisper. She steps back and lowers her voice again. Sit down and rest. I take a seat on the sofa and fiddle with my bracelet. Theo clears his throat and without looking anywhere near me asks, are you okay? He's still angry, and after that room, I almost can't blame him. I'm fine. I need to take a nap. Turning away, I lie down on the sofa with my eyes closed, and I pretend for a short time at least that I'm not here. And that was chapter 18. So I'm really hoping that this book picks up better than this, because I'm not sure how I feel about it still. I'm working on chapter 19. Hopefully the next book I have picked out is better. But thank you, Walter, for watching, because I know that you like to watch. And whoever else is watching, I don't know if it's Bird or somebody else, but thank you. And in a little bit, I'm going to come back and we're just going to go ahead and we're going to finish the book of Exodus. So we're going to read chapters 37 through 40, because it's 40 chapters. And then we'll be in the book of Numbers next after that. Did I say Leviticus? No, Exodus. We're going to finish Exodus. Try word view. Okay.